Hi, Yusuf. How are you?
Hi, Ahmed. How are you? Good to see you. I didn't know you were coming today. Okay, great. I guess we can start. So today's topic is for the business workshop will be about appearances or looks and personality in career. So would that have an impact and how big of an impact? So let me share my slide.
Okay.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna go for the entire screen because last time that's how it works. Share. Okay. Okay. Please let me know if you can see the whole screen,
Yeah, it's clear.
the
It's
whole
clear.
presentation. Can you
Yeah,
see?
yeah. It's
Okay,
good.
excellent. Excellent. Okay. Can you see my mouse as well?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay, excellent. So, okay, so we can start. I'm glad that at least we have two of you. So, brainstorming, first activity, we're going to talk about adjectives or words that are related to personality and physical appearance. So, out of the blue, uh, guys, Feris and Ahmed,
Mm-hmm.
what adjectives can you think of that are related to just personality?
When it comes to personality, I would say, let's say, friendly, honest,
Yeah,
funny,
yeah,
shy.
Nice.
very good. Okay, very good, Feris. Maybe you want to give some a little bit uh, a chance to Ahmed.
Yeah, what pops in my head is nice.
Nice, yeah.
Uh, yeah, nice. Well, he may say also that he has a bad personality.
Yeah, well, yeah. So what about a bad personality? Can you think of a word? Maybe somebody who doesn't say good morning. What would you call that kind of
He's
person?
he's not polite. He's impolite.
Yes, another word that describes somebody who's not polite.
Arrogant or something like that.
Very good. Yeah, arrogant or rude.
Rude, yeah.
Yeah, okay, very good. Now, if let's say if I think of a construction worker, what kind of personality must someone have to be a construction worker?
Mm,
Strong.
courageous,
Strong, yeah. Courageous, yes, very
courageous,
good.
yeah.
Somebody who's, yeah, courageous or brave, somebody who's not
Brave,
afraid.
yeah.
Very good. What about a teacher? What kind of personality does that require?
I'd say confident,
Okay, yeah,
Friendly.
yeah, friendly,
yes. And
kind.
let's say somebody kind, yes. Let's say somebody who knows how to take their time, who are not in a rush. What do you call that kind of personality?
Patient.
Patient,
Yes,
yeah.
very good. Patient, very good. Okay, now let's try to talk about adjectives that are related to physical appearance.
Mm.
So what
I'd
can you
go.
think of?
I'd go with the obvious ones, Yusuf, like
Hmm.
tall,
Tall,
short,
yes. Short,
slim, fat.
yeah. Yes. Okay. Any
Beautiful.
other words? I think he used all the words. Any other words you can think of, Ahmed?
Yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful, yes, very good.
Handsome.
Beautiful is mostly yes, handsome, very good. There you go. Okay, good. Okay, let's go to the real deal now.
Okay.
So, in let's say in the workforce, in the work world, which is more important, looks or personality? Like, is it better to have a good personality or very good appearance?
In the
Like
workplace,
tall
Yusuf.
work in general.
For me, I think personality is, let's say, more important in the long run. Uh, it's
More
true that,
important in the long run. Okay.
yeah, it's true that looks might catch someone's attention at first, but it's the personality that makes people stay, you know? So,
Mm-hmm.
both
Mm-hmm. You
looks
have
and
a point.
personality can play a role, but personality usually matters more, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I hear you. I hear you. What do you think about that, Ahmed? Do you agree?
Yeah, I think I would agree with Faris because we know in a professional workplace, looks are important because it's not only about your image, it's also about the image of your company. But
Mm-hmm.
I would use the same word that Faris said. In the long run, also personality would be the important asset. So looks will help you at first, but after that, it's
Mm-hmm.
all about personality and how you can manage to introduce yourself to that workplace.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, makes perfect sense. Okay, I'm sure you heard of the quote before, "Don't judge a book by its cover."
but it's cover. Yeah.
Okay, now especially when recruiting or when hiring people, is it okay to judge by looks? Why or why not?
I would say at for the first time, yes,
Mm-hmm.
because the looks actually would give you an idea about the time that they dedicated for this job interview or for
Mm-hmm.
this common discussion, because even if they put a little bit of effort to that, so
Mm-hmm.
they are interested, they are willing to do something for the sake of that job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. Yes. What do you think, Faiz?
Well, I would say it's not really okay to judge someone by their looks, even though it's something we all might do without realizing it sometimes.
Yeah, true, true.
Well, I believe appearance doesn't tell you anything about person's value or precepts,
Mm.
kindness or abilities. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, judging someone just by how they look can lead you to unfair assumptions, let's say.
Mm-hmm. Okay, makes sense. Yes. So, how is it important then, especially during an interview, for example? You know, a lot of people say that you have to dress well for the interview, okay? Because first impression matters. So, how important is that? If personality prevails over looks, why is it very important during an interview?
Because I think to really judge someone personality, it takes time. You cannot
Mm.
judge someone personality
Mm. Mm.
in, let's say, if this is a
In few
really
minutes, yeah.
long job
Yeah.
interview, it will take 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
It's impossible to take
Yeah.
to
Mm.
grasp all that information about someone personality.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
you
Mm.
need that little bit push and help from the looks at first.
Mm. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Yes.
I believe
Yeah. Do you agree?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I agree, and I believe first impressions during interview are crucial, and I think they play a big role. And I mean, things like posture or on the how someone dresses can influence how professional and confident they seem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Makes perfect sense. So uh, now this is going to be a little bit of a personal question. What is the first thing you notice about someone's appearance? Let's say when we talk about in the professional, we keep it the professional world. Okay. Let's say maybe you work in the HR department and or you're part of the team, the hiring team. What is the first thing you notice about someone's appearance? If you had to judge using just appearance, what's the first thing that you will judge?
Do I need to judge or I just need to notice?
Notice. Like if it's a like because when you judge or when you notice, you're gonna say, oh, this is good or this is bad, right?
Hmm.
So
I
what is
think
the first thing?
I think it's natural that the first thing that we notice is actually the face. After that, it will be
Okay.
clothes, and for me, last it will be maybe shoes. But
Mm.
probably women will start with shoes.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think yeah, the facial expression is very crucial. Like if you're stiff, is probably it's not a good sign, but if you're smiley and cheerful,
Yeah.
maybe that could help. Maybe. What do you think, Fifth?
Uh, the first thing I usually notice probably the eyes, the smile, because I believe eyes can say a lot of things about
Mm.
persons, whether they're friendly or not. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, or they're hiding something maybe. Yeah, I get your point. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, so this is also a personal question. What part of your appearance are you mostly proud of? And ironically, this question is usually people they will stumble upon. They have a hard time answering. Usually, they don't self evaluate themselves physically.
About us.
So, what part of your appearance are you mostly proud of?
You wanna go, Ahmed?
No, the first one.
It's okay. That doesn't mean you have an ego. Like you can be confident and say what are you mostly proud of?
Wallahi, to be
Is it the
honest,
silhouette?
I'm
Uh-huh.
not. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna ask my friends or I don't know my family, my mom, what they think that stands out in a good way about me. I believe others can notice things like this about us than we don't see ourselves. You know. So
Ah, I see.
I'm not
That
sure.
makes sense. Yeah. What about when you look at your reflection at the mirror? Like, what do you mostly look at? Maybe more, or the first thing you look at, and you say, "Oh, okay, I look good."
My beard.
I usually look
Sorry, I didn't get that, Ahmed. Can you repeat that again? Oops, I think I lost you guys. Hello?
Ahmed, your voice is.
Oh, okay. I think I hear you now. At least, Ferris, I hear you. Ferris, are you still there?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here. I'm here, Yusuf. But Ahmed,
Okay. Ahmed, we lost him. Yeah, it's okay. I think he will be back later. Uh, no worries about that. Okay. For me, I think it will be. It used to be here. It
it
used
used
to
to
be
be.
here. Uh,
Yeah,
uh, yeah, and now I would say the silhouette in general. Like I like that I still feel a little bit young comparing to my
yeah.
age when I look at myself in the mirror. So yeah. Okay. Now this one will be easier. I think people could easily describe their personality more than their appearance. How would you describe your personality, Ferris?
I believe I'm friendly. I'm funny.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm confident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally agree with these three since I know you.
Thank you.
Okay. Uh, okay. This one's a little bit more challenging. The last one. Now, if you could change one thing about your personality, what would that be?
That's a tricky one, Yusuf.
So you have to
I
find something
can
that you
answer this
don't
one.
really like,
I think Ahmed is
and
talking.
yeah.
Hey, can you
Hello?
hear me? Hey, hi. Sorry, my connection dropped.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
It's all right. Don't.
Welcome,
No
Ahmed.
worries.
Welcome.
No worries.
So I would confidently say that I
Uh-huh.
will not change anything in my personality. I
Mm.
think it's and I'm not saying this in any arrogant way, but I think
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
this is the results of many years of experience and
Mm.
trials, and I
Mm.
like the situation or what is the results of all of that.
Mm. Okay, makes sense. So you would respect yourself. You wouldn't change who you are.
Exactly.
That's something good. Yeah, I respect that.
For
Well,
me,
Ferris, you still haven't answered the Ferris.
yeah, yeah, I'm gonna answer. So, if I could change one thing about my personality, Yusuf, I think I would try to be more patient. You know, because sometimes I get a
Mm.
little impatient, especially when things don't go as planned. Uh,
Mm.
so I know being more patient, I believe would help me stay calmer and handle stressful situations better. So it's definitely something I'm working on. So yeah.
Mm. Very good. Very good. Okay, I appreciate the honesty. We're going to move on. All right. So here, these are statements we're going to agree or disagree. So, Ferris, I invite you to read the first statement.
People who look good get better jobs.
So do you agree or disagree with the statement?
That's a tricky one. Uh,
So same qualification, let's say,
Same
but
qualification,
someone
but
looks,
better
yeah,
looks.
same qualification, but someone looks better.
I definitely
Would you
agree.
choose that person over the other one?
Yes, definitely agree. Yeah.
Okay, you agree. What about you, Ahmed?
I'd say maybe it depends on the industry, but as
Okay.
Yeah, I
but
agree with that one. Because if he's gonna represent, if he's gonna meet clients or represent my brand, then I totally agree.
Yeah,
I would say it
yeah,
depends on the industry, but also
exactly.
it depends on the company policies. Because now we
Mm,
are seeing in big companies and in international companies that they put it in their job description and everything that don't send us any photos. We don't want to
mm,
see any facial, to be as neutral as possible when selecting the.
mm. True, true. Yeah. So to not be biased or maybe accused later of, any racism or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, I totally agree. But yeah, it depends a lot on the field, I guess. If it's like a modeling agency or even a flight attendant, in an
Yeah, for those
air
two
company.
example, looks are part of the qualification.
Exactly, are
Yeah.
super important. Yeah. So sometimes it goes even by you to have certain height and everything. Okay. Next one, Ahmed, I invite you to read the second statement.
Yeah, sure thing. So introverts can't be good leaders.
I agree.
Mm. Ooh, can't. Okay.
Ah,
Introverts can't be a good leader.
yeah, they can't be a good leader if they are introverts.
Oh, they cannot be good leaders. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So they have to be extrovert. They have to be
yeah, of course.
okay. Okay, okay. What do you think, Ahmed?
Well, I think can't. Yeah, mm, maybe, but I think that can be mostly true because introverts, they are usually shy. They don't want to
Yeah,
interact with
that's right.
people, and
Mm,
that sets a bad example for everyone. And
mm,
leaders, I think it's important to lead by example. So it's something that they need to fight a lot from their
mm,
personality to be very good leaders.
Okay, makes sense. Okay, next, Ferris, third statement.
Yeah, when wearing a suit always makes you look more professional.
I agree.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
think this goes without saying. Yes,
Exactly.
totally agree. Yeah. Okay, so easy, easy. Next one, Ahmed.
So a friendly personality is more important than qualifications. Uh, I would I would agree with that
Yeah,
because
Mm,
I would agree, but also we should take into consideration what are the qualification, what are the industry, because if
mm,
it's just about things that can be learned quickly and it can be learned in a few weeks, a few months, that's okay. Because personality, as I said, is more important because they will be better. They will be a positive element in their work groups and the company, and
mm-hmm,
so the qualification they can learn it better. But if we are talking about something super technical or something really that needs a lot and hard qualifications, I think that personality doesn't matter.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Do you agree, Ferris?
I believe friendly personality can be just as important as qualifications, Yusuf and Ahmed,
Mm,
especially in roles that involve teamwork or customer service, leadership.
mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, totally, totally. I 100% agree. Actually, I had another business workshop a little bit related to this one. I remembered. It's about emotional intelligence. And there is, I think, a quote of one famous person in the business who said, like, you could be extremely skillful, like an expert at what you do, but if you're stuck in an office just doing what you do, probably won't go so far. So what actually takes you far is your emotional intelligence, the ability to make connections with people, and yeah, to grow your network. So knowing the right people and everything, that's what can make you super successful. But if you're just good at what you are, it's not really enough, let's say.
Yeah.
So yeah, that proves that personality is, or let's say slash emotional intelligence is super important. Okay, last one, Ferris, you can probably read it,
Okay.
the last statement.
It's better to stay true to yourself than to change aspects of your personality to adapt to the workplace. Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Okay, so do you think you are yourself at work? 100% you.
not 100%.
Okay. Like you are on your best behavior, let's say.
I mean, adapting doesn't mean completely changing who I am. It's more about, let's say, adjusting my behavior to better suit the company and the environment.
Okay. Okay. So it's more of adapting, not
Yeah,
really
it's more like I said, it's more adjusting and adapt.
adjusting. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Adjusting, yeah. The word is adjusting,
but I
yeah.
think
Okay, so it's not
it's the
changing,
best.
it's like adjusting.
What? Yeah, it's
So
not
that
changing, it's adjusting. Yeah.
okay. Good. What are your thoughts, Ahmed?
Yeah, I think for me, yeah, I think that I'm true to myself. But yeah, I agree with Ferris on that one. It's more like adjusting and dialing. So dialing more professional aspects of the personality, dialing down more the things that I can um, permit myself to do with my friends. So yeah, it's. I think that I'm true. That's
Mm,
me, but
Yeah.
this is me in a professional environment.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
So Yusuf,
totally.
in my current
Mm-hmm.
job, being myself, it really helped me a lot build real connections with my teammates, with my
Mm,
colleagues, and feel, let's say, more comfortable at work.
mm. Yeah, I
And
totally
and
agree.
what about
It's
you,
very
Yusuf?
important. Yeah. Sorry? Hello?
Hi,
Yeah.
Ahmed.
Hey, and I
Yeah.
said, and what about you, Yusuf?
Okay. Oh, all right. I believe I'm very much agree with what you guys said. I see myself in your answers. I also think that I don't change my personality, but it's adjusting. So probably outside, maybe I hope you noticed it, but we've met maybe a few times, like actually once outside of the workplace. And I think I hope you see me. You don't see a different me, right?
Yeah,
It's
true.
the same. It's the same me, right?
Yeah, true. I totally agree, Yusuf, with that.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for sharing. We're going to move on. Okay, so ranking activity. This is probably an HR, human resource exercise, let's say. So we're going to try to rank these from 1 to 7 in terms of importance or relevance, let's say. So you have professional appearance, communication skills, confidence, punctuality, education, personality, and experience. So out of the blue, what comes number one for you, Ahmed?
I would say communication skills.
Okay.
Because
What
I
about
think if you
you?
are a good communicator, you can
Uh-huh.
get by.
Okay. Yeah, good communication skills. What about you, Phil? What would you choose? number one?
I would say confidence.
Okay.
Because
Okay,
I believe if
confidence.
you are confident enough, you can do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Good. So for you, confidence is number one. What about number two? Would that be communication skills?
Yeah.
Okay, good. What about for you, Ahmed? Will number two be confidence or something else?
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. It will be confidence, and I
Okay.
placed it as number two because confidence is okay, but confidence may be mistaken as arrogance, and that's can be
Yeah, very true.
problematic.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think there's a fine line between confidence and arrogance because if you're overconfident, then automatically you're arrogant. So it's tricky. Confidence is good, but to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Okay, so communication skills and confidence probably we can combine them in one, right? So
Yeah.
that those two would be number one. So Ahmed, the next one, let's say number three, let's say.
I would say punctuality.
Punctuality. Yeah.
Yeah, because deadline matters, and punctuality and being thorough is important.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I agree
Good.
with Ahmed on that one, Yusuf.
Okay, punctuality. So if you're going for an interview, like your being on time matters a lot, I guess.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, yes, totally agree. Okay. Um, so we agree. So communication skill one, confidence two, punctuality three. We can keep that in order. Number four, Faris,
I would say personality.
personality. Okay, good. Would you agree, Ahmed?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
good.
and I think personality and punctuality can we can mix them a little bit because being someone who respects time, respects the deadline, and it's a trait of personality.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Being sharp and yeah, it's part of the personality. I agree. Okay, Ahmed, I'll let you choose the next one.
I think after that, professional appearance is important.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
agree with Ahmed.
Okay, so we still have two more, education and experience. Which one would come first?
Experience, I would say.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
Agree.
believe experience is more important than education.
Yeah, totally, totally. Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
So
I agree
education,
with her.
yeah. So when hiring, probably education would come last. Okay, so what
Mm.
is put on what's on your CV? Maybe the educational background will be looked at the end, or maybe in the beginning, but it's the least important thing. So
Yeah.
your performance probably in an interview or your also your professional experience on your CV, those two matters a lot. Okay, great. Thanks for sharing. We're going to move on. Okay, so this is going to be a fun exercise. We have a list of adjectives that I've prepared plus definitions. Okay, so the word ambitious, what does that mean? So you have to link it to the right definition. Maybe Ahmed, you can give it a try.
Yeah, sure thing. Can you please just move a little bit the
Ah,
sharing
yeah,
screen
Yeah.
icon? Because probably
yeah.
that's
So
the
this.
right answer.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah, and ambitious. So willingness, showing, um, yeah, having or showing a strong desire and determination to succeed.
Let's check. Wait. Mm, why did it start with Sorry about that.
Yeah, I agree with Ahmed. I agree with Ahmed. Yeah, having
Yes,
or
very
showing
good.
a strong desire.
Yeah, and determination to succeed. Yes, very good. So sorry about showing the next one. Okay, it was a small mistake. So loyal is showing strong support to a person or institution. I guess also this is a very strong trait and personality. Being loyal also is very very
Yeah,
important.
I
Okay.
think
Uh,
I think myself
Mhm.
as loyal when it comes to professional side, because every time when I switch from one company to another, I make all my family buy that company product.
Ah, okay, that's very good. Yes, yes. I think taking pride, a little bit like loving your own country, loving also your company. I think it's something noble and very important. Like the quote says, never bite the hand that feeds you. So if the company, pays you and takes care of you, loyalty is a must, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. Ferris, cheerful. What do you think
Cheerful.
that means? Hmm.
I would say noticeably happy and optimistic.
Yes. Very good. All right. Next one, Ahmed.
So carefree should be free from anxiety or responsibility.
You're right. Okay, almost
Mhm.
there. Ferris.
Cautious, attentive in order to avoid potential problems or danger.
Excellent. And of course, last one, Ahmed.
So bold is showing a willingness to take risks.
Yes. So a bit like brave or courageous. Bold also same meaning. So this is personality adjectives part one. We got a part two. Yeah, brave, almost very much like bold, like I said. So
Hmm.
Ferris, I think it's your turn.
Yeah, but let me read the sentence first.
Yeah, take your time.
Brave, ready to face and endure danger or pain. Is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Very good. Next one, Ahmed.
So clever should be quick to understand and learn.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Ferris, next one.
Wise, I would say, having experience, knowledge, and good judgment.
Right on. Okay, next one.
So I think this should be the easiest one. So honest is someone who will always speak the truth.
Yes, very good.
Yeah.
Next one.
For the next one, humble, I would say having or showing a low estimate of one's importance.
Yes, very good. And last one.
So the last one is enthusiastic, and that should be having or showing intense enjoyment and interest.
Yes,
Yeah.
very good. All right, good job for the personality. So we're going to try to use this vocabulary later. Okay,
Okay.
we're going to move on to appearance now. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
this is there's only one part. Okay, not two parts. Okay, Fairness, you can start with the first one.
Handsome, looking younger, good-looking man.
Mm-hmm. Right on. Okay, next
Trendy
one.
is clothes. No, trendy wearing fashionable or modern clothes.
Yes,
Yeah.
very good.
For the well-built, is having a strong muscular body.
Yes, very good. Next
Casual
one.
is clothes suitable for everyday wear.
Yes, very good.
Okay.
Next.
Youthful is looking younger than your age.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
of
last one.
course, pretty is for good looking woman.
Very good. So I hope you remember all these vocab because we're going to use them in the next exercise. So
That
I
was
would
a
like you
trap.
to use. I would like you to use. You don't have to remember every word, but I would like you now to use those adjectives, or maybe adjectives of your own, if you want, to describe this person. Now, try to use personality and uh, appearance. So for
Ah.
appearance, since it's a fact, you can say he is. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but when it comes to personality, since we don't know personality, like you said, Ahmed, takes years, probably, okay, or even more, to know someone's personality. So we can say he looks or he seems.
Mm.
He seems nice. He looks nice. He is handsome. He is tall. He is okay, fashionable. or
Mhm.
stylish or trendy. Okay. All right. So, Faris, you can go with the first one.
uh,
Hey, I'm back. Sorry, I keep having some
no,
issue
it's
with
okay.
It's
our
It's
net
okay.
okay.
connection.
No worries. No worries.
So I would say he looks like a young man
Mm-hmm.
I
wearing what?
Yeah, you
Ahmed?
can keep going, Faris.
Yeah, I say he looks like a young man who's wearing
Mm-hmm.
a very vibrant red outfit.
Good.
He looks confident.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
He's
Good.
making a pose with one hand on his hip. That's-
Okay.
He looks like
Good.
Jules.
That's a very detailed.
He looks like I don't know if you agree or not, if you know him or not, but he looks like Jules Kondi, the right back of FC Barcelona.
I'm sorry. I'm really bad with sports.
Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, totally. I agreed when you said the confident. Yeah, I see some confidence there. Okay. So good try, Faris. We're going to move on with Ahmed. So try to describe this person using appearance and personality.
So I would say that he is a handsome, confident man wearing fashionable clothes.
Okay, good.
Good.
All right,
Why always
Faris.
the hard ones?
No, it's not hard. It's not hard.
Yeah, she looks like a strong woman climbing
Mm-hmm.
a rock. She seems like an outdoor person, and
Mm-hmm.
she's showcasing her athleticism and
Mm.
I may help here. So I think this is a well-built woman,
yeah,
brave woman
Mm.
that
Brave,
brave woman
bold.
climbing bold. Yeah,
Yes.
brave and bold.
courageous woman.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So not everybody, I think, can do what she's doing, and a lot of people would say no to that. And so it needs some kind of very hard personality to very tough personality, let's say, to do what she's doing. Okay,
Yeah,
good. Okay, these are going to be very cliche, let's say, very classic. Okay, so back to you, Feris.
Mm-hmm.
So just by the looks, what can you say?
I would
Or I
say
mean, uh-huh.
cheerful.
a woman, yeah, cheerful woman with a long hair, smiley face, raising
Mm-hmm.
her arms in, let's say, in
Mm-hmm.
celebratory gesture or something.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so cheerful was the keyword, was right. Cheerful, smiley, maybe enthusiastic we can add. Good. All right, this one also cliche. Ahmed?
Yeah, I think this is a well-built, confident man.
Yes, well built, confident. Okay, so I hope you're gonna get this one. Fairest challenge, the last one.
Mm. Tai, Master Tai Chi.
Yeah, so
No,
what's the stereotype about these, let's say, master Tai Chi, like you said?
he's given an old man Chinese vibe. Let's say an old man with white
Mm-hmm.
beard, wearing
Mm-hmm.
a traditional Chinese costume.
Yeah, they
Uh,
usually these
he
people
looks
they
wise.
know he looks wise, very good. They know a lot of stuff, right? They give the
He's given a lot
says
of
the
wisdom's
morals,
vibe.
wisdom vibes, exactly, wise. Good. All right. So now we're going to tackle some sentences. I would like you to uh, guess the hidden word. So back to you, Ahmed. You can read the first sentence and try to guess what's the missing word.
Yeah, so she made a very bad decision.
Uh, she had made a very bad decision. What about if it's a very courageous decision? What can I say?
So she had made a very bold decision.
Okay, very good. Oh, this one's
Wise.
wise. Yeah, bold or wise would be good. Maybe I should have put a context to be easier because there's no context behind it. All right, Ferris, next one.
They made attempt to save. They made the courageous attempt to save the kitten.
Yes, very
it-
good. So this one
yeah.
is bold or courageous. Very good. Or brave, yes.
Yeah.
So the next one
Next
will
one.
be he gave a great performance, but he was very
He
rude.
was not talking. Well, let's say I should definitely put more context in it. Let's say he wasn't showing off and saying like, I was the best, or
He was very humble.
Okay, very
Yeah,
good.
very humble.
Yes. Next
Uh,
one, Ferris.
The actress has managed to preserve her fresh looks.
I would say
Her?
pretty looks.
Fresh.
Yes, very close to fresh. Fresh also means young, youthful.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So because to preserve, right? So to stay young. So youthful looks.
Mm.
So back to you, Ahmed.
So it doesn't matter, she said with a swift wave of her hand.
Okay, nice. So remember in the old
What was the word, Ahmed?
Swift.
Swift.
Swift is
Yeah.
like a gentle movement.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
quick.
So it doesn't matter means like she doesn't care, right?
Relaxed.
So yeah, almost like relaxed. So carefree.
Carefree.
Carefree, right? All right. Back to you, Ferris.
Yeah, he looks very attractive in this photo.
Yeah, attractive could work, attractive or handsome.
Hands.
Next one.
So his
Mhm.
wife stood by him throughout his trial. His loyal wife.
Yes, very good.
Okay.
Okay.
The security guard has wide shoulders, very strong, and able work under pressure. Strong.
Yes, very good.
Strong.
Yes, very strong or well
Well
built.
built.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Good. Okay. So these are some tips about how to dress at work. Okay. Now I would like to hear your opinion first. What is the best way to dress at work? Like if you had to give an advice.
It's not an advice, but for me, I usually dress in a clean and professional way.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I like to keep it simple, comfortable, but appropriate for the work environment.
Mm-hmm. Appropriate for the work environment. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say
Any
maybe. And so here also again it depends on the industry, but if it's up to you, I would say go with the smart casual look.
Yeah, smart casual.
Yeah, smart casual. Yeah, totally. I guess that will fit most of the jobs out there. So the first advice will be dress the part. Okay. So for example, if you work in a bank, then you probably need to dress very sharp with a tie and everything, suit and tie. But of course, if you're in a construction field, then you're overdressing or you're not dressing appropriately with the suit and tie. So dressing the part, I think, is very important. Okay. Know the expectations from the team or from the HR or from the boss or from the company, let's say. Neat and tidy is best, okay, or casual, like you said. Professional company representative, so you make sure you represent the company. So some dress codes would require you to be casual. Actually, sometimes for like a young startup in IT, they would prefer you to be like wearing jeans and tennis shoes that represents or that reflect the young attitude or the image of the company, right?
Yeah.
So being in line with the company's image is also important, and of course just for the job you want. So as long as you are comfortable, that also matters. If you hate suits, and you have to dress a suit, probably it's not for you. Okay, good. So these are some of the common dress codes for work. You have the business casual, the uniforms, the business formal, and the casual. So we're going to put them in the right section. So the first one is suit, dress shirt, ties, stocking, closed-toe shoes for women. So what would that be? Business casual, uniforms, business formal, or casual?
I would say business formal.
Oops, sorry, I kind of started. Okay, it started with the right one.
I was gonna say
Business
business
casual.
schedule for the first one, so it turns out that I'm wrong.
Okay, so yes, you're right. So Ahmed, you were right for business formal. Sorry, I didn't put them in order.
Yeah.
So you have the business casual. The difference is it's you can see a little bit more relaxed. You have a suit, dress shirt, optional tie. So tie is optional. Polos, sports jackets, dresses, skirt, and blouses. I guess we're probably with Wall Street English. We're kind of here. We're not like a business formal, but we're more into the business
Business
casual,
casual,
I
yeah.
guess. And of course, so casual means like almost like outside, outdoors, jeans, t-shirts, etc. And uniforms, of course, that's required in some companies, like like in labs, for example, or in hospitals. You need to have a uniform. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we still have time for a last exercise. So this is a case study called the promotion dilemma. Now, since we are all in the management, let's say department, let's imagine that we are responsible for a tech company. We are managers in a tech company, and a leadership position just opened. So we have to choose between two candidates, but we have to justify our choice. So let's make this into a debate. Ferris, I would like you to read candidate A, if possible.
Yeah. Candidate A,
Mm-hmm.
highly skilled in
Mm-hmm.
operations and project delivery, has worked at the company for 6 years, dresses very casually, even in client meetings, shy and not very social but loyal, received the client complaints in the past for seeming cold and uninterested, often late to meetings.
Okay, so this is candidate A. There are some advantages and there are, let's say, some pros and there are some cons, right? So keep that in mind. Ahmed, would you please read the candidate B?
Yeah, so candidate B is new to the company, very charismatic and confident, dresses very professionally. He has a wide network of industry contact, relies on others to handle data or logistics, always on time and organized, had a conflict with team members over decision making.
Okay, very good. So also with candidate B, we have pros and cons. Probably relies on others, so not very technical, relies on others for, to handle other stuff. Had conflicts before, uh, uh, but yeah, also a great asset. So which one would you choose and why?
Is
Who
there a
wants to start?
candidate C?
So you're not happy with both.
No.
Uh, okay, so you're a perfectionist. You want them to be zero flaws.
No,
You
I
want them
will
to
not.
have zero flaws. Uh-huh.
No, it's. I know that is not possible, but I
Uh-huh.
think for leadership position, both of these candidates will not be a good fit.
Yeah.
But if I must choose, I would go with candidate B.
Interesting. Why B?
B. Okay. So even if he's a little bit new, so okay. So maybe he's not that very tech savvy and had
Mm-hmm.
conflict with team members over decision, but this is a leadership position. So we need
Mm,
someone who's confident, who's very
mhm,
charismatic, and the issue about decision making can be trained, but also
mm,
can be an asset in urgent situation.
okay. Interesting way of thinking. Okay. I like the way you think that you're a little bit maybe of a risk taker. Would that be accurate to say that you're a risk taker here? Or for you, it's just you look at the leadership and you see a potential of leadership here?
If it's a leadership position, I think probably candidate B will be most fit,
Mm,
because candidate A,
hmm.
even if he
Very
has
good
been
at what
with
he
the
does.
company
He's very
exactly,
good at what he does.
and he
Mm-hmm.
has been with the company for 6 years. Maybe he's very good technical agent, but a
Well,
leadership
Yeah.
position maybe, and even it can be harmful for him if he doesn't have the qualification needed to be a leader.
mm, mm. What are your thoughts, Ferris?
I definitely agree with Ahmed. I would choose
Mm,
the candidate B. Despite being new and less technically involved, but he has strong leadership potential,
mm,
charisma, professionalism. So these
mm,
qualities, I believe, are crucial in a role that
mm,
involves teamwork and
mm-hmm.
representing the company. So yeah.
I feel that you have a different opinion, Yusuf.
No, no, just for the sake. No, no, it's not that. But for the sake of the debate, I'm going to, let's say, be in favor of candidate A just to generate more discussion. Um, what about if, since candidate A was loyal to the or is loyal to the company and has worked for it for several for 6 years, wouldn't that demotivate him if he sees that, okay, we have a new guy who came in, who just joined and became a manager. What about me? Like, wouldn't that generate some frustration?
For sure, that will generate some
Mm-hmm.
frustration, but I think this needs to be taken into consideration because candidate A has received complaints before from clients, even though
Mm-hmm.
candidate B they had conflict with the team member, so it's something internal that can be managed. But when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to relationship with the clients, that's a very risky way to. That's a really risky move to do, because if candidate A with the leadership position
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have the qualification and the skills to handle clients, to handle their complaints and needs, we
Mm-hmm.
can we can have very bad results business wise.
Makes sense. Yeah, totally, totally makes sense. Yeah, for leadership position, better be stay in the safe side. Not everybody can let's say be a leader, and being charismatic and confident definitely helps
Yeah.
a ton. Helps a ton. Yes. All right. Great job
And
for
I
this part.
think here's the
Mhm.
best decision, it will be to make them co-leaders, actually.
To make
To make
them
them what?
Both co-leaders.
Ah, cool.
working together. Yeah,
Yeah.
why not?
Exactly, because
Yeah,
they everyone has some qualities that will help the other one.
yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, that will. Yeah, that's an interesting solution.
They will complement each other.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. They will complement each other. Exactly. Okay. This is a quick evaluation of yourself. If you're willing to take this test, we still have 5 minutes. So I would like you to take notes if possible. So you're just going to write 4 letters. Okay. So write them down somewhere so you won't forget. So
Yeah.
I'll explain this very fast. So the interaction with the world. Do you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert? Keep the answer for yourself. Just write I or E. Okay. So quick understanding of both. The introverts often likes working alone or in small groups. prefer more deliberate pace and likes to focus on
Yusuf,
one task at a time.
what if it depends on the people you are with? Because
And
for me,
sorry, Ferris, you got to choose only one. we have
yeah,
time to
I would say
do
that.
it depends, or you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
have to choose one.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, good. Now the absorption of information. Are you a sensor or intuitive? I'll explain a little bit very fast. So sensor are realistic people who like to focus on the facts and details and apply common sense and past experience to come up with practical solutions to problems. So people who are very realistic, okay, important to know, based on facts. Intuitive is you prefer to focus on possibilities and the big picture, easily see patterns, value innovation, and see creative solutions to problems. So I would say a little bit somebody who thinks out of the box. So choose one, S or N. Okay, we're going to move on. Done? All good?
Good,
All right,
yeah.
we're going to move on with decision making now. Are you a thinker or a feeler? So thinkers tend to make decisions using logical analysis, objective ways, pros and cons, and value honesty, consistency, and fairness. Okay, very straightforward. Feelers tend to be sensitive and cooperative, decide based on their own personal values and how others will be affected by their action. Okay, so feelers will say something like, "I feel this is the right decision," though, so they trust their guts. All right, so choose T or F. Okay, next one, the organization. Are you a judge or a perceiver? A judger will tend to be organized and prepared, like to make and stick to plans and are comfortable following rules. Okay, so these are the judgers. Okay, the perceivers prefer to keep their options open, like to be able to act spontaneous and like to be flexible with making plans. So a perceiver will be eager to or most likely to change plans easily, or probably even break a rule. Okay, so are you a judge or a perceiver? Okay, Ahmed, are you still with us?
Yes.
I think okay, good. So make sure you choose for each one
Done.
letter. Okay, so you should be you should have now 4 letters, right? For
Yeah.
each. Okay,
Yes.
good. So you're going to check the combination of letters here. So we have both. Okay, if you don't see yours, just let me know. So which combination are you? Faris, I'll start with Faris.
ENFP. Extrovert, intuitive, feelers, and perceiver.
Okay, so probably you're here. Say that one more time. ENFP. ENFP. Okay, so I see you. You're right here. So that means you're curious and confident, creative type who sees possibility everywhere. So a great career for these kind of people will be a journalist, advertisement, creative director, consultant, restaurateur, or event planner. And I guess you found your best job, I guess, because you are in advertising, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so does that fit well your personality? Do you consider yourself curious and confident?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, good. What about you, Ahmed?
So I had ESTP.
ESTP, I think you think here. ESTP. Okay, you're here. So pragmatists who love excitement and excel in a crisis. Okay, so in moment of crisis, you know how to handle yourself. So best career for these kind of people will be detective, banker, investor, entertainment agent, sports coach. Okay, so I guess that's a little bit entertaining. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, detective. Yes, Ahmed will be great being a detective. Do you think that suits you or not really? Do you think that represents you or kind of,
Yeah,
sort of?
detective. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure how accurate this quiz is, but you know, it's just
And
for fun. I don't think you
what
should take
about
it
your
that
4
serious.
letters?
I forgot. To be honest, I did this. I did this quiz a long time ago, and I kind of forgot. I think I should do it again. But I think I didn't take it that seriously.
I
I
think
don't
you
think
should never take any quiz that
it's
seriously,
exactly
because
exactly.
they are always made to fit a model. It's never
Yeah,
that
Exactly.
personalized.
Exactly.
exactly.
It's just for fun. It's just for fun. Okay,
Exactly.
so I'll end up just by for our listeners out there, if you want to read about this topic, I recommend this book. It's called "Do What You Are." It's one of the best sellers. It's about the personality and looks in career. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for joining, Ahmed and Faris.
Thank you so
And
much, Yusuf. Thank you,
yeah, you're
Ahmed.
very welcome. You're very welcome. Okay, so
Thank
see
you
you
very
soon.
much, Yusuf.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
you're very
you.
welcome. See you soon. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.